What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, bringing you guys another one of my games from the playtest for Set 17. Set 17 is going live tomorrow on PBE. I had originally heard that it was going to go live on the 1st, but it turns out they did the thing that they usually do with PBE, where they say it's going to go live Wednesday, but they aim for it to go live on Tuesday. And so that's what they're saying this time, is they are aiming for it to be live tomorrow. Cannot wait for it to go live so I can play so many games. Probably gonna do some viewer games later in next week. I'm probably gonna do like Project PBE stuff. I also did have my first stream this morning as a full-time TFT player, so that was an absolute blast. If you guys haven't followed my Twitch already, please do. I'm gonna be live every single day. I think I'm gonna do it at 8 a.m. Pacific time, which is yes. I think that's what I'm going to be doing my streams consistently from now on. That time just feels really good for me. And what also feels really good is this new augment, Expedition. I didn't realize that actually it's Expedition and it's 33. It's like Expedition 33 reference. So that's pretty cool. I never played the game, but I heard it was really good. This is the most broken silver augment in the game. They must nerf this. So if you guys want to have a crazy game, play it on PBE. If this makes it to live, I don't know what to say. So what this augment does, at the start of each round, it gives you a bench plot here that you can just use to delete a unit. And it tallies how much the cost of that unit is that you're deleting. So delete a 3 cost, you get 3, delete another 3 cost, you're up to 6. Once you hit 33, you gain a powerful reward, and boy, is it powerful. We will talk about it a little bit more. We get there. I throw 2 Arbiter in here, which is this new like admin style trait. And I see that I think maybe there's for each Arbiter star level, you can yeah, I mean it's kind of trash low key. I was looking hopefully for some kind of like Arbiter, like one that generates gold or something for like interest or something, but I kind of realized like, nah, there's like not that much going on here. So how do you play this augment? The question exists in my mind, because you could start, I could just delete the Samir here and delete a 3 cost and get plus 3 gold. Problem is, that is really going to hurt my economy, right? It's going to be a lot harder for me to get to 10 gold, get to 20, 30, 40, 50 gold if I start deleting 3 costs from RIP. So, my opinion, and I spoke to, a global rank 1 player, Demasian Raptor, about this, and he said, yeah, I think I agree with you on this, is that, you should use the first few rounds to do exactly what I'm doing here, is int, make econ, just, take a little while to get to your first 30, maybe 40 gold, and then start deleting units. This is going to delay your ability to get to that giant reward, but it's going to make it a lot easier to play the game, right? Because I made all those rounds of interest, now I can make 30 gold here, go into carousel, I'm going to get a 3 cost off the carousel, I'm going to get a 3 cost there, take any kind of econ off carousel for sure. I don't actually know what the portals are here. Also, I guess you can see me listen to the, am I playing the new, I think I was, I don't know why I turned this up like I wasn't gonna, I didn't turn on the new BTS album while I was in the middle of this game. We could have audio if I hadn't, or if I learned how to split audio, but that is for another play test. And yeah, I mean, we're here. I believe I probably do take the random boon here just for the extra 2 gold, and hopefully some kind of boon that gives me some gold here. And then, I just need to take, I mean, any of these are all the same. A 3 cost is nice because, it can be deleted as 3, and you can technically star level them up. If you get a 2-star 3 cost, then you can feed Expedition 8 gold. So that's a way that you can really accelerate your ability to get there. And I think that is the dream: 2-star 2 costs, 2-star 3 costs, even 4 costs, you can find and feed to it. So those are nice things that you can do here. And I do get actually some components here. Now, I was going to try to feed it this ergot, and then I realized, wait a second, this ergot's just going to field onto the board at the start of the round. So at the last second, I buy up all of these units and field them just so that I can delete the 3 cost here. So if you start deleting 3 costs right now on 2-5, that means 3 costs, 3 costs, 3 costs, then another 6 3 costs if you do delete them on these rounds. That's 9 times 3, 27. It does mean that you're going to be cashing out on 4-3, right? Because 27, 30, and then 31 if these are, 4-1 and 4-2, if that makes any sense, which is a little scary scary in my opinion. I'll be real. I do actually play a decent little meeple board here because if you are losing every single fight, which you often will be with this augment, I actually win a couple because we had some AFKs in the playtest. But normally, you know, you'd be playing 5 loss here, and the fact that I win these 2 is, I mean, just a blessing in a spot that otherwise, you know, I shouldn't have been able to have this. Normally you are, I think, going to be quite low when you do cash this one out. Now the upside is you can sack 2 stars if you do, you know, hold on to something like this Grag-ass pair here, you know, get rid of him, and then all of a sudden that's +5, and then you can kind of get to the point where, you know, maybe you are, you know, deleting a 2-star, 2 cost, that's +5, and then, you know, you get a lot faster to the 33. It's a little interesting because, you know, you might have to play with it a little bit, right? If you sack 5, that actually doesn't speed up your ability to get to 33 that much, because you know, 5 is equal to 2 3 costs. Well, it's really only equal to 1 3 cost, you know, until you reach 6, you haven't reached 2 3 costs, if that makes sense. But I do get a blessing this game as well, is that I get an orb drop here, a gold orb, that has some 3 costs in it. So now I get to delete this Urgot. I will say this is probably the most high roll spot possible for this augment, is that I get to, you know, delete a 2-star 3 cost here, and I can get to play around that. I think that is absolutely fantastic here. I do also slam Guinsu IE here just to try to save some HP as well. Well, we will, you know, once we get to the big cash, talk about what it is here. But I do think when playing this augment, you should be thinking about playing very flexible augments or items, right? You should be slamming very flex items here. I'd like to take Econ here just to kind of repair the Econ because I am deleting huge units. But at the end of the day, I find Exiles and I'm like, you know what, that's a good enough one. But then once again, I find another 2-star 3 cost. So now I can delete this. That's another 8. I'm going to be up to 25 here. So once again, like I said, this is an amazing spot for this. I do just end in this world where I can just... you know, really quickly accelerate. But this is what you want to be doing with this augment, right? Is making econ really quickly and then eating things like 2-star 2 costs, 2-star 3 costs. It's not unlikely that you'll find something at some point. You could even maybe like, it's low-key crazy, but I could see it, you know, take like a Varus upgrade, a Varus, you know, Realm of the Gods and delete like use a duplicator and make a 2-star 3 cost and then delete that. Like I could certainly see something like that working as a game plan here. And I do actually even level up here, just get sniper and play a little bit of a board, right? I just don't want to be dead by the time I get the cash out. Just want to save enough HP that I'm alive once I reach there, and have a little bit of a semblance of a board, because this cash out, while it does give you a lot of board strength, it does not, you know, completely build the board from nothing for you, and you're gonna have less gold than any kind of normal game. So yeah, next one, I think Actually, I don't know what I take here. Do I take... Yeah, I just take the boon. I mean, once again, it's gold. I can pick up... Actually, yeah, I think I have to take Master Yi here because I'm like, oh, wait. I could actually throw Ai Guinso onto Master Yi and have him be a pretty good carry. I even have the Gragas here that I can fit in as Psionic for Master Yi. So, yeah, it actually, you know, makes a decent amount of sense to play this guy for now. And the Exile is even going to allow him to, you know, have enough HP that he's going to be a guy. You know, he's not going to be completely useless. But once again, delete another guy here. I think I'm up to 20... Am I up to 28 at this point already? My deleting the 2-star 3 cost was an absolute blessing this game. And so, yep, keep deleting here. I realize Meepsy's not going to do all that much on this board, so I'll move these items over, play Brawler, get a 3-item Orin here, because Orin does spawn in an item for himself at combat start. Really, I love Orin so much this set, just because I think it's so cool to, like, spawn in an extra item here. And yeah, we are going to delete another 3 cost here. I will say the Yi does not... I mean, actually, he does 5,000 damage. I think the enemy board I thought was just kind of strong because, like, low-key, their board wasn't bad. But yeah, delete one more 2 cost, and we're there. We are there at Expedition 33. Ahead of schedule, you know, you get another, like, essentially free round to delete units on minions. So, you know, I could actually, you know, get really, really high here. Honestly, one of those 2-star 3 costs was not the biggest deal, right? Because I could be just deleting, I would be, what... 5 less here, and yeah, then I could just delete 3 cost, and that would get me almost there. So if I was at like 26 here, I could just delete 3 cost, and then it'd be 32. So it would actually take me one more round. So it was a blessing. What also is a blessing is what we get here. I don't want to sell units on my bench because I don't know what I'm about to get here, but you can see delete 2, and I get a Morgana, a Graves, a bunch of gold, a component anvil, and a Radiant Refactor here. The cash out is not reasonable. 2 5 costs, some gold, a Radiant Refactor, and a component anvil to make whatever item you want. it's just broken. I end up using this to make Radiant TG onto Morgana. I don't even know if this is best, but I did know that this Morgana unit felt completely broken on playtest, so I thought, you know what, that's just what I'm going to play for here, is this Morgana, and then I can back her up with the Graves here, who's going to slowly get upgraded here. So that's my game plan. But my God, I mean, this is a prismatic augment that you cash out. And obviously, you have to put 33 gold into it, which is a lot. But once you reach there, you get a prismatic level of combat from a silver augment, which is, I mean, beyond disgusting. So even if you lose 33 gold for it, I'll take it. I'll take it 7 days out of the week. If this augment goes live like this, I will play it every single game. Now, the only thing I have to worry about in this spot is I still have no frontline. So I do want to roll down here and just find some upgrades to play around. I do find the Rammus here, who I do get to sell off the Ornn, play. I'm still playing 3 Bastion on this board, and a completely useless Nunu. So the board could use some work, but hey, I mean, it's playtest. Was I the most well-equipped to play this spot with a ton of experience? No, not really. But yeah, I mean, this board is still decent enough with the Rammus here. I do also pick up the Thomas Kench earlier. Graves, by the way, if you haven't played around this guy, every single, well, it's not quite every single round, you get to upgrade the dude. Also, you know what I just realized? Can you guys see? No, you guys can't see this because I actually, can I move this up here? No, I actually cut the bottom like couple of pixels off the UI. There's actually a hole in Graves' UI. You can't see it, but down here, like right below the UI, there's actually a little bit of a hole that you can see. It's like slightly misaligned. Low-key, if that goes on PvE, somebody should report that. They need to move the UI down like 2 pixels. I wish I could show it to you guys, but it's like, here. Maybe if I switch to this. Yeah, there. Can you see that little hole at the bottom? Isn't that crazy? Okay, this is neither here nor there. Pick an upgrade for Graves. Some of the better ones cost more gold here. I don't know what I end up actually picking here. You can take this one that reduces armor and MR, but like it's like a little bit flat one. I think I just go for big double tap, keep going, because I already have the spell crit. I don't need to take anything that like gives precision. Also, once again, the board is still a pile of garbage. Really, I mean, like Bastion and Brawler is chill to play, and I mean, the really nice thing about Expedition 33, and also I screenshot this here just to go put it in my chat with the people who are in the playtest to be like, this augment's broken. Like the augment is beyond broken here. I think I do take the Starlight Hex. Yeah, take the Starlight Hex with the idea of I can throw this onto I can throw this onto Morgana and feel good. I think I just take the Thomas Kench here as well. Yeah, I mean, TK, I'm not sure if this is actually TK2, but it's a TK regardless. And so, I mean, that's pretty, yeah, no, it is TK2. And so I'm actually pretty paired up as far as frontliners go. Just need to get some other traits and then actually do anything. Get the last of the early Graves upgrades. I think I just take the range and AD here. Get Thresh here, who... Chef's Kiss, a beautiful in on this board. Just got to figure out my last few. Honestly, cut Nunu for Pyke, right? And then or this works too, actually. No, actually, Aurora's even better than Pyke. Dude, I was actually reading Aurora's ability. This unit turns your damage into true damage. She turns a certain percent of your damage. I need to go reread this once PvE drops, but she essentially like puts a poison on a unit, and that also converts a percentage of the damage that unit takes to true damage. After a certain amount of time, it kind of like pops the true damage dot. That unit also sounds that like I definitely should be playing Aurora over Pyke here. It's just I did not read Aurora that closely, and so I did not know that that's how her ability worked. But yeah, I mean, that's insane, right? I could be doing like extra true damage to this like dummy or something like that with my board here. But you can see we easily 5-streak the rest of this stage. I mean, why shouldn't I? I got 2 5 costs and a Radiant item. I should be way stronger than everyone else in this lobby. And I got to take a Prismatic Combat Augment on top of that. You can see Graves and Morg doing insane damage. Do I take Aim Assist? I probably should take Aim Assistant. Yeah, I do here. I'm getting Thresh's Bounty here. Need to take... I don't even know what I need to take at this point. Just like tank items low-key. I already have Heal Cut. I do need like Armor and MR Shred, but I think I just take this for whatever reason. I don't know. Just, yeah, just to take Armor Shred, to take Evan's Shroud here. I will say as well, one of the things I talked about on stream recently that I think is actually quite important this set is how you do play around the treasure dragon effect. I took Thresh this game. And I think Thresh is actually really good in my spot. Why? Because Thresh is one of these god boons that provides incremental value. Every single round, I'm rolling on this Thresh die, and I got, an item component here. Next round, it's going to be, some global attack speed or HP on my board. That, by the end of this stage, have you guys ever seen the TikTok of the guy who's like, every one of my days is actually 8 a.m. to noon, that's day 1. And then noon to 6 p.m., that's day 2. And then 6 p.m. to midnight, that's day 3. Every one of my days is 3 days. I actually have changed the formatting of time. Stack that up against a week, stack that up against a month, I'm kicking your butt. If you guys haven't, you should go see that TikTok. But what the relevance this has to TFT is that stack my Thresh up against a week, which is, a stage 5, against another week, stage 6, and all of a sudden, I am way stronger than somebody who took, the Yasuo boon that just gives you immediate power, but, it doesn't get any stronger as you get further in the game. So something to think about when you are trying to figure out. Also, that was a fully 5-cost shop. I didn't even realize that at the time. Something that you certainly should think about is, what kind of boon are you looking for, right? Or are you looking for, what kind of god boon are you looking for? Are you looking for one that immediately spikes you? Something like a Yasuo, an Echo? Are you looking for something that gives you incremental value? Something like a Thresh, an Ahri, Soraka gives you incremental HP. It's mostly just a lot of value there. But it's something that you should definitely be thinking about when taking these boons is like, what do I actually want out of them? I take gold here as well. Love this option to take gold because it lets me roll down here and see if I can pick up something else, just some kind of upgrade. Really need the Graves 2 and Morg 2. I'm actually missing so hard here. I actually drop at a Pike just to play Jhin for his Jhin effect. I need Darkstar in really badly on this board the more that I think about it, but I'm just missing it here. I missed really hard on my roll down. I just realized I did not hit anything upgraded, so still both my carries are 1-star, and I am actually going to lose this fight because of it. I just don't have any upgraded units. I do get my top 4 locked in. Did I skip a Graves there? I think I did. What happened? Or maybe I locked for it. Yeah, I locked for it. But I'm just broke here, man. Okay, I think I do make this Sona 2. I'm pretty sure it's a mistake to make this Sona 2 because I really need upgrades, because now I fight this guy who has Bonk, who is honestly not the weakest board, but I think maybe Graves has got him. Do we have enough frontline? The guy, that Bonk is bonky. Okay, we do win this fight, which is nice, but I really need my Graves 2 and Morg 2 to really get this board going. I also realized I didn't completely explain, but you can see here, look at what I've achieved over across this entire stage. 50 AS for my board. I mean, I made it to the end of stage 5. This is the power of something like Thresh and scaling over time, is that I'm up 50% AS compared to somebody who just has, the anomaly from Echo, which sure, it's a great item, but is an item providing me 50 AS across my board? Of course not. But yeah, I get some more gold here. Gotta roll down. I do find Karma, who's a really nice in here. Gives me everything that I need here. It is both the Voyager and Darkstar here. And I find my upgrades here, which is huge. And last item here ends up just being, I don't know, Crown Guard, I guess, for Thomas Kench. Sure, why not? All good here. Yes, problematically, I do rotate into a Xayah 3 here. And Xayah 3 is a 3-star 4-cost, which is pretty bad for business. And I rotate to this guy straight into stage 6, which means I drop down to 1 HP. And my life basically sucks after this. Yeah. I mean, it's PvE. People are playing, obviously super high cap. I roll down, try to find some kind of upgrade. I do find Joseph Gath, which I'm like, I don't actually know what's better here. I think Voyager on the entire board is better than Bruiser on the entire board. But Bruiser's, certainly not bad by any means here. Rotate into this guy who's Jhin Nar. I mean, also a very formidable board here. I don't actually know if I win this fight or not. I mean, Morg's doing good work. My front line gets kind of blown up here. Morg hold the line, but yeah, oh my god. I mean, Jhin was too broken on playtest. I'm going to be real. This unit, was completely unreal. If you look at the damage charts here, should I really lose this fight? Low key, looking at my board, yeah, the answer is probably no. Or maybe I'm just being a sore loser. Maybe I was supposed to lose this. They have Meeple, a bunch of Meeple in. I mean, their board's not bad. But yeah, I mean, a very fun game, honestly. I still think this Augment's completely broken, even though I did go top 4. I mean, you see what the Augment gets you, and it is absolutely completely broken. I just, didn't play the game perfectly, and also Jhin was broken. But hey, that's life. And also 3-star 4 costs hit me really hard. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check my Twitch and Medify, all my links. Okay, Some people have said before that I don't, shout out my stuff enough. Someone was like, I didn't even know that you streamed. Please, after watching this video, go follow my Twitch below. I stream there every single day, 5 days a week starting this week, Monday to Friday, starting at 8 a.m. Pacific time. That's 11 a.m. Eastern time. And in Central European time, I don't know what that is. Also, I have a Metafy down below. If you guys want this to be your best competitive set ever, go down there. You can subscribe to Tacticians University, which is a weekly group coaching program. Really, really fun. I am going to do my first set 17 session this week with everybody, showcasing, all the PB stuff, talking through, some positioning stuff, some new tech, how to play around certain units, itemization, all this kind of cool stuff. And in a few days, I am going to be launching my Legendary Tacticians, which is my one-on-one coaching program that also has tournaments in it. It also has note-taking spreadsheets, my personal note spreadsheets, you get to see everybody else's VODs. It's going to be an absolute beauty. Go check all that stuff out. I know some people sometimes, maybe because I say things incredibly quickly, don't realize what I'm shouting out. So go check all those things out, and I will see you guys for my stream tomorrow. Maybe? And in my next video. Thanks you guys for watching as always. Bye.